It was June 16th, 2015, and no one knew the world was going to change on that day. Here I am in Trump Tower, and Donald Trump and Melania Trump walked out, probably came out of that service elevator, stood here, a crowd of people, a sea of reporters. He waved to the crowd, and then he followed Melania down the escalator for the most famous political escalator ride in American history. An escalator ride that probably changed American politics. In fact, the cameras cut off about right here and went to the stage, so we don't even have then candidate, soon to be candidate Donald Trump. We don't even have his whole escalator ride. We got about half of it. He came down here. There's a sea of people. He walked with Melania, headed this way. Came past the sea of reporters. Walked to about, perhaps, they built a platform right here. He stood right up in here, and he turned to the cameras, and he announced his political candidacy. An escalator ride that literally changed American political history. Like no one had ever announced a presidential campaign by coming down an escalator ride. And he then proceeded to give his first Make America Great Again speech. Basically, the political elites laughed him off. They thought he had no chance. But very quickly, he rose in the polls, and soon he was leading the political run for the presidency. Well, as I say, the rest is history. But what I'm going to offer you today is what happened in 2015 was the first day of 21 years of President Trump's dominance of the American political scene. They've tried to destroy him politically. They've impeached him twice. They've now indicted him twice. They're doing everything they can to destroy him. But really, we are just actually in the middle of what I believe will be 21 years of President Trump's dominance of American political life. And I want to tell you all about that in an upcoming book that I'm writing called 21 Years of Trump, where we're going to lay out for you the actual impact that President Trump already has had, starting with this escalator ride, and it will continue to have over a span of 21 years, maybe one of the most profound political hegemonies in American history, next to George Washington and FDR and maybe Ronald Reagan, whose legacy extended far beyond his 8 years in the White House.